Imagine this, guys. You're off-roading in your Toyota Tacoma and you're having a good time with the homies and you're going on an incline and all you really see out of your front windshield is just the sky. When you really should be seeing what's in front of your vehicle, right? What if there's a really simple solution that takes less than a few hours to really fix that? Well, let's get into it.
So one of the first things that you're going to do when mounting a B-Cam 13 camera is you're going to find and locate a good mounting point. Especially for these Tacomas, we've done this a lot. Our prime mounting location would be normally towards this bottom, but in this particular case, the customer did want it a little bit higher. You know, that's just a preference of his. He said that he was going to lift the car maybe about another 2 inches. So due to that, the camera is going to poke out just a little bit more. We did take into consideration the clearance. Yes, I know some of you could trim this and all that, but when you reverse the camera down and there's no mounting location up here, wanted a little bit more free motion for this camera. This normally comes reversed, so you could mount it upside down. There's 2 screws in the back, the 2 Phillips screws. Make sure you don't strip it. Once you remove it, you could flip the camera to mount it in a reverse position. So to do that, we did remove the front grille. Then towards the back here, he did have some extra things components that he did add. We just followed the wire loom to his install, made sure it was clean as possible, went underneath a couple other pieces. That main wire harness cluster right there, we went ahead and zip tied it to the back just so it's out of sight, out of view. Of course, when you puncture, you go through the grommet right here. There's a lot of space to work with. If you don't have a grommet puncture tool, you could use like a flathead screwdriver. It might take you a little bit of extra time. And the good thing about the B-Cam 13 that you don't get in the 11 is that it comes with an extension. So that extension just gives you extra leeway to kind of tuck the cabling and stuff to make it cleaner. Right here is where we put it. Once you get through the firewall, there is another piece that you're going to have to stick in. That's kind of where the power and the ground and the supply will go to our module. And that's what Ben will show you.
Alrighty guys, so we've already installed the CS10B's plug and play harnesses, and this is going to be connector A from our harness, and this is going to be connector B from our harness, which comes with some connectors with some RCAs here. These all go to this camera module. We've already installed the button already over here, so now all I need to do is just route this guy all the way to this area, and then we'll need to plug in the B-Cam 13's camera extension, and then we'll just wrap everything up. Yeah, it's all plug and play, very, very simple and easy to do. Alrighty, so I'm using a claw grabber tool, and I'm kind of just routing it straight down to the driver's side footwell. Alrighty guys, so all I'm doing is just routing the B-Cam 13's female port that goes into the extension, kind of all around the steering column, making sure it's not like hitting any moving parts or anything. So we got that all wrapped up together, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and electric tape this together, and that way I can kind of get it all in one shot. All I'm doing down here, guys, is just zip tying, just making sure everything's nice and clean, nice and tight. Alrighty guys, so this customer opted for the nice OEM button switch over here. CS6 camera switch OEM button. Comes with a green plug, which just kind of goes in here like so. And then this will connect to the CS module, which will be behind the radio. So we'll just need to route this all the way back toward the radio, and I'll push this back in. And I'll probably follow the same line as we just did down there. So I'm just gonna toss this on the floor and work my way from down under. Let me undo these screws. So here's what it kind of looks like under here. I'm just gonna line all the clips back up again, push it back in. And then I'll need to route this same way we just did with those cables. And then my cameraman would just slightly pull on it. Look at that, teamwork makes the dream work, guys. I'm gonna clean up the routing again with some more zip ties. Just did the hardest part. Now it's time for the easy part. I'm probably gonna have to tap for power here and ground here maybe. All right, so I have this much exposed wire, and then I'm just gonna twist it all in between. And this is for the power and ground wire for the actual camera itself. And the way I'm gonna ground it is with a ring terminal here. I'm just gonna go ahead and electric tape it nice and tight, and then we'll just reinstall this back in. Yep, so it'll kind of look like that, nice and tight on there. And then for the power wire, we are going to be tapping into the connector A, and just look for this red wire here. And the one with the pointy end, this is a fuse tapper, very, very easy to use. Let's just go ahead and remove more of the wire from the power wire actually. Let's kind of just twist the exposed wire around. So that way it forms like a little nub. And then on the tapper, there is a side with a hole. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the power wire or the exposed wire through. Make sure it's very, very, very tight. Do the pull test, it's not coming off, so we are good. And then on this end, with the pointy end, this will screw into here like that, and that's how we'll get our power. And let's just go ahead and plug everything in and give it a test to make sure everything all works. Alrighty guys, in a real life scenario of when you guys really do need a front camera, I mean, if you guys ever go to the grocery store, try and park and things like that, it's just really hard to see that front block in front of you, right? And if you slowly approach it, you might hit it, you might not, who knows? I mean, it's very hard to see, right? If you guys ever go off-roading like this Tacoma will, that's also a best case scenario. Just push the button, you can see the trails, and if you're crawling, things like that, all with the push of a button. Installation, as you can see, is very, very easy. It's all plug and play. If you guys have any questions on the installation or anything, feel free to leave a comment down below. We're happy to help. Alright, so everything is connected to the CS module, and remember, this is just testing only. So I'm just gonna go ahead and temporarily reconnect everything back in. And if you would put the vehicle in ACC, let's double check. And don't worry about the beeping. The customer does have an aftermarket sensor system that's built in. And let's go ahead and try and push the front camera button. Perfect. And hit it again. And that's your factory reverse camera. And hit it again, it'll go back to the factory screen. Perfect. And all that's left to do is make sure your tap is all nicely protected with some electric tape. And then we'll clean this all back up, tuck everything away. You could get some automotive foam tape anywhere. We just like to do this because it doesn't rattle behind the dash. Just a nicer way of tucking everything away. We'll mount the radio back in like so, and then all that's left to do is kind of just bolt it down and we're finished. All right, we'll put back the panel here. That's it, guys. Very, very easy to do. And I'll give you guys a demo shortly. Alrighty guys, so we have the vehicle on, and as you can tell, it's just on the factory screen. Again, with the push of a button, I can see the front camera that we just installed for about 15 seconds, which is the default setting. And if I push it again, we can see the factory reverse camera for 15 seconds. If I push it again, we will go back to the factory screen. Alright guys, to give you guys a demo on how to actually program your front camera, for example, this is the setting that we always love, but if you pretty much push it, it's gonna time out after about 15 seconds, right? So I'll give you guys an example. So I'm gonna push it now, which is displaying the front camera, and by default it automatically times out after 15 seconds, which is the default setting. Okay, now refer to your instructions manual on how to go ahead and program it, but as you can tell, it kind of just timed out on this. So let's go ahead and make it so that if I push the button, it never times out and permanently stays on the screen. So first things first, we're going to turn off the vehicle, and then we're going to push and hold the camera button, and then we'll turn the ignition to ACC, where we're gonna push and hold it for about at least 10 seconds, but no more than 15. So it's blinking once, and we want it to stay on. Okay, I don't know if you guys got that, but right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's on 5 flashes as it is right now, it's gonna permanently display the front camera until I push the front camera button again, which will jump to the factory reverse camera. And this is how you program it here. Right now it's on 5 flashes. So if I push it once, it's gonna blink once, which means the front camera is gonna time out after 5 seconds. If I push it again, it's gonna have 2 flashes, which will time out after 10 seconds. And by default, we ship them out at 3 flashes, 1, 2, 3, which is 15 seconds, and then it will time out. If I push it again, it's gonna go to 4 blinks, which will time out after 20 seconds. And if I push it again, it will jump to 5 flashes, which will permanently display the front camera until you push it again. And to go ahead and lock in your selection, push down and hold on it until it blinks really fast, and that way it saves your setting. Perfect. And now if I push the button, this means the front camera will permanently be on until I either push the camera button again to go to the factory reverse camera, and then back to the factory screen. And to recap, guys, you need a front camera if you guys really do go off-roading, or even, you know, just daily driving or going to the grocery store. You never know. There could be a cart right in front of you. I mean, in this Toyota Tacoma, the hood is pretty big and the car is lifted, so it's really hard to actually see the front of your vehicle. This customer specifically purchased it and installed it with us, as he's going to be taking it off-road on the trails, and with the angle that we have for him on the front camera, this is perfect for him to actually see his line and trails and pretty much see any big rocks, right? That's it from us today, guys. If you guys liked the video, make sure you guys really do push that thumbs up on our video, and make sure you guys subscribe. It really does help us out a lot. And leave a comment down below if you guys like it, have any questions or anything, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.